Hello, I'm Nigel Cooper and welcome to this online HD camcorder buyer's guide. I will just point out that it is in fact a buyer's guide. I'm not doing a product review. What I'm merely trying to do here is to give you an overview of the camera, pointing out any key features that it has, the kind of market it's aimed at and the kind of productions that it's ideal for, as well as kind of things like the media it shoots to and of course the price. This particular camera is Sony's BMW EX3, which is one of Sony's professional S/S cameras. Now, these cameras record to Sony's professional S/S media, and the EX3 has got a door on the side here where you can insert 2 of these cards. The recording time that you can get onto a single 32GB card is 100 minutes, but this records at a bitrate of 35 megabits variable, which is considerably better in quality than the standard HDV, which is only 25 constant. Another advantage of the EX3 over other cameras is the fact that this is the first of its type, along with the X1R, that has actually moved up to 1/2 inch, which really ups the picture quality. So this has got a 1/2 inch lens and it's got 3 1/2 inch CMOS sensors. Now the CMOS sensors that are in the camera are Sony's latest ClearVid ones, which have also got XMR processing. Now the XMR processing will give you much better colour saturation, a sharper image, but it also enables you to shoot in lower lighting conditions with less noise. The lens that comes with the X3 is a 14x Fujinon lens, and it works kind of like a professional broadcast lens would in that it has 3 independent rings. Now I really like this because at the back here you've got the aperture ring, which is a motorized ring, so you can get exposure very accurately with that. In the middle you've got your zoom lever, and then at the front you've got this unique manual focus or autofocus ring. So with it set to the front, it's actually in autofocus mode, but if you snap it back it will go into manual, and it has end stops, so it will stop at infinity and it will also stop at the short end as well. So I really like this lens. The camera's actually a bit heavier because it is 1/2 inch, so there's more glass at the front, but like I said, the picture quality has really gone up. In fact, these cameras, the EX3 and the X1R, have been accepted into broadcast circles, and the Discovery Channel have actually given this a silver status, so you can actually use this camera for full-on broadcast productions. The EX3's also got numerous other unique features, one of which is this unique rotatable hand grip, so you can actually set this to a different position to make sure you're going to get a comfortable hand position. Now this is really good if you're shooting low down, you can get your wrist to move into a comfortable position, so that's really good. I really like that feature a lot. Around the side here and to the back you've got an abundance of professional BNC type sockets, including a HDSCI out, so with the addition of a bolt-on recorder in the back you can come out of this uncompressed in 422. Moving around to the side of the camera, they've actually put the undercrank overcrank button on the side, whereas on the X1R you've got to go into the menus to set the slow motion and quick motion, but now you can do it via this button on the side of the camera. The viewfinder is quite different as well. It's got this flip up bit, so you still have a standard LCD screen, which is very bright, very high resolution with great colour saturation, so that can be used for your composition and of course checking colour after doing a white balance. But if you flip this down, you've got a proper eyepiece here, so you can put your eye to that as well. So you've got a lot of scope there for your viewing options, and it does really in fact even have a built-in hood. With the viewfinder set like this, it will shade it from the sun somewhat. The EX3 has also got many other unique features. As you can see by its shape, it's actually a semi-shoulder mount design, and it's got this shoulder rest here that's adjustable, and it kind of just sits into your shoulder as opposed to on top of it. Other features include linear PCM 16-bit audio, so it's uncompressed, it's CD quality, and it's also a 12-volt camera, which makes it really easy to use things like 12-volt on-camera lights. But another really great thing about the EX3 is that it's got a 15-second cache record function. Now, what this actually does, when the camera's in standby mode, it's constantly looping, recording 15 seconds all the time, and then as soon as you hit record, it will store that 15 seconds and then add the clip following that. Now this could be really useful if you're filming wildlife. Rather than sitting around in a hide all day waiting for something to happen, you can have your camera lined up, pointing towards the subject, and then as soon as the action takes place, you can hit record knowing that you've got the preceding 15 seconds. If you don't want to record on Sony's professional S/S cards, Sony have in fact recently brought out 2 adapters which will allow you to be able to use Sony's own memory sticks or in fact SDHC cards. This is a more cost-effective way of recording, and the adapters have a list price of approximately £80 plus VAT. Now, as I've already mentioned, the EX3 uses interchangeable lenses. It comes with this really nice Fujinon 14x lens, but with the use of an adapter, you can in fact use professional 2/3 inch lenses, which makes the camera a lot more versatile. The EX3 has also got very extensive menus. In fact, some of the features in the menus you would see on much higher end cameras than this. There's an incredible amount of settings for getting your picture profiles, for adjusting gamma, white levels, etc. So you can fine tune the camera and get the look that you want. Another thing that I just want to mention is the fact that the EX3 is a Cine based camera. Now, what this actually means, Cine is just Latin. It comes from cinematography and altus, meaning high. Basically just meaning it's a high-end cinematographer's tool. Any camera that shoots native 24p progressive will have this in the Sony range, but it has to be a high quality camera. So knowing that it has that badge on it, coupled with the fact that it's got half-inch chips and good half-inch lenses, 35 megabits variable bitrate, all add up to a really good quality broadcast picture. So just to summarise, Sony's EX3 has a list price of £7,500 plus VAT. In my opinion, it's ideally suited for high-end corporate and event videography, as well as independent low-budget feature filmmaking because of its Cine 24p progressive scan shooting mode. As I've mentioned already, it's half-inch and it records to Sony's professional S/S media at 35 megabits variable, so it has been accepted into certain broadcast sectors as well. So that's Sony's PMW EX3. Thank you for watching.